Hey guys, I am Chris Cinto, Divine Guardian, and have some things I wrote down to share with you today. Amongst this garbage I've been picking up. Let's see here. Wrote down some things. Speaking today about how this suit has plenty functionalities. What I've been experimenting with is the eyes. The eyes are incredible. You can do so much with your eyes. Imaginations and moving energy with your eyes. It's incredible. Directing things with your eyes, it truly is glorious. Moving leaves with your eyes, sending light with your eyes, seeing yourself flying with your eyes. Your eyes are like little window shield wipers, and you see them go like this. If you see a cloud in the sky and it looks like a swan, then you use your eyes as the wings, and you see the wings flap. You use your eyes, and it'll evolve with more practice. Just keep with it, stick with it. I also have here written down spinning. So spinning, round and round, multiple times. You do like 100 spins as fast as you can, comfortably. This really helps enhance your chakras. It helps raise your frequency. It brings you to a higher dimension. It raises you up. It evolves you quicker. You're spinning your chakras. You're spinning your crown. You're spinning your eye, your throat, your heart, your solar, your sacral, your root. And you're spinning. And for me, myself personally, I visualize my higher self right next to me, going like this, like helping me spin, like if it was like a merry-go-round, and I'm spinning it faster and faster and faster. I started doing counterclockwise spins for many months. I was doing counterclockwise spins, and then I started doing clockwise spins, and now I'm doing clockwise spins. Clockwise spin about like 33 different times, and then I do counterclockwise like 33 times, and then I do clockwise again 33 times. Like for 99, you want to do them 99 times. I don't like using the word times because words, they adjust your perception. If you use the word time, then yourself is receiving the word time, and time doesn't exist. So you're putting an illusion over yourself when you say time. I'm looking to find replacements for these words. I've been saying I jot down, I'll write this down, 100 entries. I write it 100 entries, things like that. Also, this kind of goes with another thing I have here, with expanding your vocab. Your consciousness wishes to expand its vocab. When you start feeling when you say a word and it doesn't feel good, even though you've been saying it before and it was all right to say, but now it doesn't feel good to say, it's because your consciousness is looking to expand your vocab. It's looking to include more words. So using more unique words, also coming up with your own words. Come up with your own words, that's the greatest thing you can do. Come up with your own word. Like a logical word that'll say, it'll be in reference to a word that you used in the past, but now you put your own personal customization on it, and now it feels really good to say. And when you say this word around others, they will feel the high vibration of it. Because words, when you say a word, no one hears the word. They hear the vibration that you give to the word. Like right now, I'm speaking, and if you were in front of me, you'd be hearing these vibrations I'm putting off. I'm giving off these vibrations. You may be hearing the word, but you're receiving the vibrations. You say to someone, "Hey, how you doing?" You can see and hear what I just did without raining. And I can still do this. Put a thing right here. Put it right here. Say hi, how are you? You don't have to even speak the same language to know that I just said something very polite and positive to you. I said, "Hi, how are you?" And they say, "Oh, I feel like he's greeting me," because they feel my vibration. You get what I'm saying? So that goes a long way. I also have here, stay with your first thought. It's very important to stick with your first thought. If you see yourself doing something, you say, "I'm going to do this," and then you see some others around that area, and then you go, "Nah, I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it this way now." You really could do it the first way you had it, because that's being your natural self. They're going to act naturally if you stick to your natural way of doing things. Like when I go work out or when I'm exercising, when I'm doing my spins, I go into an area where there's people and I just start spinning as fast as I can. In the past, maybe we would have been like, these folks are going to see me spinning. I want to go somewhere more secluded to where I'll be by myself and no one will see me spin. But you see, I'll still go to that area, just being myself, no fear, and still spin. And they're not even going to pay attention to me now because it gives them access to be natural themselves. You see? And it really helps them focus on themselves, because if you go off your train of thought, then they're going to go off their train of thought. So stick with if you're the highest vibratory being, if you have the highest frequency, then if you go off your train of thought, then you're the one holding the area down. So if you go off your train of thought, they're going to go off their train of thought. So like you're directing traffic. So stick with your first train of thought. If you see yourself do something, do it the way you first saw it, unless you find a logical reason to do it another way, and then yourself will have recognition of it and say, "Yeah, right, that is intelligent. I will adjust this thought for the sake of that logical reason," whichever it was, however you saw yourself do it differently. Come up with your own mantras. This is important. For me, I use I am infinite awareness. I am. And then you will become infinite awareness. Whatever you say after I am, you will become. Things like I am Chris Cinto. I am. Say things like that, because like if you were to say like I am Zeus. I am. You're taking like the template of Zeus, and Zeus is already customized self. So you're taking his idea and you're placing it over you. So now you're just taking Zeus's whole self, and now you don't have to do anything because you're just taking Zeus. Now you are Zeus. Zeus is already at the highest astounding purpose of life. He's at the most noteworthy position to be. And now you're at the most noteworthy position to be, because now you're being Zeus. So you visualize yourself. You say, "I am Chris Cinto. I am." But I'm saying that as in, I visualize myself as the best I possibly could be. Like how I just said Zeus. So now I'm taking the template of Chris Cinto, and now I'm going to be Chris Cinto. And like in the full belief of Chris Cinto. Not any other belief of like I need to do more work, or I still need to adjust this and work on this. You just took the most greatest version of you and you placed it on yourself with your I am statement. It's hailing. I'm going to still do the video though. Grounding your energy. Grounding energy. These days we're feeling massive waves of energy to the point where you're in your house and your breaths are like getting kind of they're getting hard to breathe. You're having to breathe constantly and keep the awareness of your breath because you have so much energy. You're so, it's like your body can only hold so much energy, and you're just like a sponge for this energy. And so you need to go outside, stick your feet in Gaia's soil, and really rub it in. I do my right foot and I say sending, uploading information, giving codes. And I believe that I'm uploading information, I'm giving codes. And then my left foot I say receiving. I'm receiving nutrients and positive thought forms from Gaia. I'm receiving. And you stick with this routine. This also goes with what I have here. Sticking with your routines. If you do something every day, stick with it. It becomes natural to you, and then that's like a train of thought you can stick with easily. So it's really important to ground your energy. When you're feeling an influx of energy, you want to go out and ground it. Don't stay inside. Don't keep your socks on. Don't walk around with rubber shoes on, because this is working against your energy. So you want to go ground it, barefoot, walk in the grass. Take in those microbes. Gaia is producing so many microbes. Just go and get in the soil and just receive all them nutrients, all them microbes. So healthy for your body. I also have here breathe every breath from a state of love. Every breath. Unconditional love for yourself with every breath. Whatever thoughts you're having, whatever words are being said within you, even if they're words that you don't like and you're not sure why they're coming up, just know that you love yourself forever, no matter what. And that these words don't bother you. You're not fazed by these words. You don't care what these words mean to you. You know who you are. You know you love yourself 100% forever, eternally, or infinity. So every breath. It's going to do 5 seconds in, 5 seconds pause, 5 seconds exhale, 5 seconds pause. Get into that routine, then intervals of those breaths. The best way to be yourself is to flow with no thoughts, because your most highest, greatest self is flowing with no thoughts, because you know who you are when you're at that state. You always have access to that state, but there's thoughts and words that come and they drop you from the state. You start saying things and then you're not flowing anymore. You start thinking things and you're not flowing anymore. You're going into your personal self, your customized self. You start having a conversation with yourself, and then you're not flowing anymore. So it's like when you're dancing, when you see people dancing, you're like, wow, they are really moving. That's because they're just flowing. They're flowing in the circle. There's a circle with them, and they're in the circle. Picture yourself like, you ever seen those ads where there's like a bunch of paint and visual light, and your body's moving with the light, through the light. It's going like streams of light is coming, so every arm movement is moving, flowing through this light, and you're feeling it, and you're one with the light. It's like dancing. You get into a rhythm, get into harmony. Also, water. Water is great for the energetic body. It helps evolve you. It helps hold these energies down, holds this love frequency in. And water is great. It helps with in so many ways. Fasting is great too, because when you start to remove all your densities, you're able to look past all these words and all these thoughts, because you know who you are. You're so much higher than these thoughts. You're so much higher than these words that are being said. They're so far beneath you. These words and these thoughts. We fly high above such things. So fasting, it can be difficult though, because once you become pure energy, you really start craving things. You start craving food. You start craving sweets. You start craving candy. I love candy. I love peanut butter and jelly. And bread. Bread is so good. When you start fasting, just one piece of bread, so tasty. But then as soon as you eat that bread, as soon as you eat them sweets, as soon as you eat that food, then you come back down to these levels, and you're like, oh, now I went from this state where I was pure energy, and I was just having all this, I was just having to breathe, and I had to stay busy, because when it's just like, you'll experience it. But then you eat, and then you're down you're in this state. So it's like a double-edged blade. It's like there's benefits on both sides. Just do your best, and know that whatever you choose, you're gonna find reason for doing it. Like, for example, yesterday I was really looking to fast. I really wanted to fast, but then I got to like 7 o'clock, and I was like, oh, this is getting pretty difficult. Not because I'm hungry. Hunger is not the thing that is hard with fasting. It's the amount of energy. Your body becomes pure energy. And then the energy is just like running out of you. So food helps ground the energy. So it's just like staying busy. When you get to fasting, you're like a day fasting, 2 days fasting. You just got to keep moving, keep finding things to do. But then, so what I'm saying is, then I was like, I'm just gonna eat. I went and purchased some bread. I purchased some sweets. I went and cooked up some of my food I have made, and then I dropped down to a different state. And then I was able to speak to myself, because when you get to those high altitudes of energy, you become pure energy. You have so much awareness. So all your thoughts, all the words that are coming up, you're aware of them before you say them. So if you're going to go acknowledge one of these statements you say, you've already acknowledged it before you even go to say it. So it's like you're going to go and speak about a thought you have, but it's already passed. So now what are you going to go say a thought that you've already had dissipate and then bring it up? Because now it's going to drop you from your awareness. Because you're going to keep climbing in awareness, and if you go and start talking about a thought that you just went past, then you need to go stick in that level. So then when you eat, you ground yourself, then you can start having conversations with yourself, and then it's fun. I have fun. I love talking to myself. I love speaking. I love the conversations I have with myself. I feel so in connection with myself. I feel so connected to myself when I get into that state. But I also like the state when I'm really high in awareness. It's just, you gotta stay busy to sustain it. Woo! It's like the hail's calming down. I'm sitting on my skateboard right now. There's a bunch of rocks around me. See, I have some more things to say. So sayings that you come up with, strong ones, like if you ever see in the motion pictures, you see they're like when they have when like in magic motion pictures and things of that sort, they're saying spells, and their whole self is resonating with the spell they're saying. Every word they say it in full belief. And so you come up with your own phrase to say, and then you really stick to it. And then you practice it, and you practice it, and you practice it. And then you don't even have to think about it when you're going to go say it. You just say it, and it just comes across all naturally. And it's then you put force behind it, you put action behind it, you put visuals behind it. And then you got a sideball in your hand, and you can totally see it. Then you can blast it at a piece of wood, and it'll break the wood. But you got to go through this process of creating a strong saying and fully acting in belief with it, and then you launch it, or you could manifest a flower with this spell. You write down a spell. You write it down, you get every word, you specifically write down this verse very precisely. And then you go and you manifest a blue rose. Beautiful. I can see my light body on the visuals on the CPU right now. It's stellar. I gotta practice my handwriting. It's sometimes hard to see what I write. You have infinity. Whatever you're working on, know that you have infinity. You don't need to rush. You don't need to do it better than you're doing it. You're doing it perfectly. You have infinity. We have infinity. Guys, we have infinity. So just be patient. Be patient with yourself. Patience is very important. Saying things like, I am infinite patience. I am. That goes a long way. Saying things like, I intend to do this today. Making intentions. You set an intention when you remember your intention, you remember the state you felt when you said that intention. That I intend to go play this video game today because I need to ground myself to this reality. I'm really high up in perception. I've seen everything very largely, and now I need to come back down, just game it out for a little bit like how I used to. And I intend to just do it, because then when you go to do something, you're gonna be like, oh, I could do this and I could do that, and oh, I have to do this and I could do that, and what about this? And just remember, okay, I said I intend to play games today. I'm just gonna do a little bit of gaming for a while, and then you remember how you felt when you made that intention, right? I really did want to play, just to connect with myself a little more in that aspect of who I am. You know, I like playing some games once in a while. Everybody has their things. And so making intentions, I intend, this helps. Trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. Know that you love yourself unconditionally. So whatever you do, don't feel like you don't have to explain yourself to yourself. Know that you know what you're doing. You know the reasons why you're doing things. You know the logic's there. You know why you're doing things. You know the reason behind why you're doing things. The reason for doing things, you know. So trust yourself. Whew. Living from thankfulness. Every morning you could wake up. Every morning you could wake up. As soon as the first thing you do, you wake up. Just send pure white light of Christ up into the sky. Living from thankfulness, gratitude. You are grateful. And then everywhere you walk, you are a being living from gratitude. You are a being living from thankfulness. You are gratefully. So when you're walking around, everyone else is naturally going to be living from that presence because you are. Everyone else is thankful because you are. Everyone's you. Everyone is Chris. So around me, all the Chris's are living thankfully. So there won't be any altercations, or there'll be no arguments because everyone's thankful. And with this day and age, with this energy, it's really easy to just go and let your emotions start running wild with this energy. So really avoid getting into arguments. Take the higher path. Don't dip down low and go and start saying things that you know you don't really want to say, but you feel like, oh, I need to tell them how I feel, and this isn't acceptable. And just go, nah, I don't need to express any of that. I know it's not worth it. I'm just going to take the higher path. I'm going to hold my tongue down, and I'm not going to go and start this huge commotion up just for what there is no real reason. It's minuscule reasons. Practically no reason to go and say those things that are on your mind of this, unless it's like a really good thing and it'll help them. If it's not going to do, if you can't see the worthy of the positiveness and what you're going to go and start getting into it with someone, then don't even go and bother doing it. You'll save yourself so much emotional tension, because then it takes like 2-3 hours to calm down and let that all pass. And my last one I have for you guys is thoughts are divine. So every thought you have is divine. So use them divinely, wisely. If you see someone walking down the street and you're just like, shh, you could do that. You could go like this with your hands and make some sound effects. Or you could do it with your light body, visualize yourself hitting them with some light. Hit them with a light. Just know that every action you do is from the purest intent. And it's divine. And it really goes. It goes all the way. So you see an you see an elderly woman, and you see her, she's kind of like, she's got her rocking, and when she's past you, you don't want to go all be blunt or just walk by her and go, ah! You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But when she turn around, you put your hand up and you press it with some energy force, and just know that you sent a very heartfelt message to her, and she will feel that. I see DNA on people. I see DNA on their foreheads, like spiraling down, and I believe it does a lot. You ever seen Oprah? And then it's like, and everyone receives new shoes today. You receive new shoes, and you receive new shoes, and you're getting new shoes. And I'm like, and you receive a DNA activation, and you're getting a DNA activation, and you're getting a DNA activation. DNA activations for everyone. So that's my little funny. It's like, so thanks for watching. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, answer them. Ask them in the comments, and I'll be bringing you more when it comes to me with an inspiration, because it's hard to just sum this stuff up. You're aware of everything, so to just pick individual topics, you gotta let them come to you naturally, and then when you get enough of them, you write them down, and then you make a video. So thanks for watching. Aloha, and be well.